Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Strength and Balance. My name is Hannah, and I am a senior fitness instructor with Stonebridge Community Services. So, welcome. Today we have a strength workout. We're going to use the timer. We'll run through 8 different exercises. We'll do each one 3 times for 30 seconds each time, and we'll take a little break in between each 30-second set, and then a longer break at the end of that exercise. The second part of the class will be balance exercises. You'll need some kind of support furniture for that part of the class. So I always stand close to the wall so I can have a hand on the wall. You can use the chair or table, back of the sofa, kitchen island, anything like that works just fine. Keep your water handy, and let's make sure we have some weights close by for the strength part of the class. We're going to stand up and we will warm up, and then we'll get started. So standing up nice and tall. Just turn, like how this is sitting. There we go. And we're going to march on the spot. Let those arms move forwards and backwards, lifting those feet up nice and high. Let's take a nice deep breath, a big inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and out. Reach those hands up. Slowly lower down. Good. Deep breath in and out. Good. Let's pull those shoulders up towards our ears. Relax them down. Lift those shoulders and lower. Pull those shoulders up and down. Let's lift and lower. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice big circles. Good. Let's roll the shoulders forwards. Good. Let's take those arms out to the side, little circles here. Back in the other direction. And let's reach those hands forwards. Good, back in the other direction. Nice big circles. Good, relax those arms. Let's tap those toes forwards. Good, and toes to the sides. Good, let's take those heels forwards. And heels to the side. Good, let's take one foot, tap your toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe, heel, toe, and heel, toe, and heel. Let's switch to the other side. Tap, toe, and heel, toe, and heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Good. Let's bring those feet together. We can tap our toes and we'll wiggle our fingers. Let's tap our heels and tap those fingers to your thumb. Good. Let's tap our toes, both feet at the same time, and let's circle our wrists. And let's tap our heels, circle those wrists the other way. Good. Let's stand with our feet hip width apart, and let's circle our hips nice and slowly. Back in the other direction. Excellent. Let's take a nice deep breath. A big inhale, reach up, and exhale, lower down. Excellent. Let's begin. I'm going to press go on the timer. I want you to hold on to one weight. We are starting as ever with a squat. We're going to step our feet wide for one squat, feet together, or a narrow squat. Okay, here we go. Feet nice and wide. Hold that weight at your chest. Inhale, exhale to stand. Feet together, narrow squat. Doesn't have to be too fast. Take your time positioning those feet. Feet nice and wide. And then feet together for the narrow one. Excellent. 10 seconds here. Let's repeat that. And stand in that wide foot position. Hold that weight where it's comfortable. Feet together. Feet wide. And feet narrow. Good. Chest nice and tall. Excellent. 10 seconds. Let's repeat these here. Here we go. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you stand. Good. 45 seconds is your break. Have a drink if you want to. We are going to pick up both weights and we'll do some bicep curls for the next exercise. We still have about 30 seconds of our rest here. So when we're doing that bicep curl, we want to concentrate on standing up nice and tall. Think about pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Shoulders relaxed, weights at your side. Curling one hand, then the other. And we're rotating through our arms. My hands start at my sides. I pick one hand up. You can see I've turned that hand. So my hand is facing my shoulder, facing the front of my body. And then it rotates again as I lower. And now my hand is facing the side of my body. All right, we're working. Good. Other things to think about. Breathing out as you lift up. Breathing in as you lower down. 10 seconds break here. Let's do this 2 more times. Here we go. Good, nice deep breaths. Excellent, 10 seconds. Good. Chest tall. Nice and slow as you lower down. Five seconds. Good. Next exercise, we're going to be close to the wall. We're going to use the wall rather as our equipment. So it's a plank, but a plank with a difference. We're going to stand alongside the wall at an arm's length. So I have my one hand against the wall, about shoulder height. I'm going to step away. So my feet are closer than, oh, sorry, my feet are further away than my head. And I'm going to hold here with this one hand. You can reach the other hand out in front of you if you want to, or out to the side. We're going to hold this side plank position. Good. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Engage through those core muscles. We want to think about, we're not rotating forwards. We are kind of open through the chest. So I have this arm out to the side. It's a nice straight line. I'm not leaning forwards or leaning back. Good, 10 seconds. I'm going to have my back to the camera because now I want you to turn around and use the other hand. So we're going to do this on the other side. Again, nice deep breaths. Think about engaging through those core muscles. Good, back to center. This time we'll do the front plank. So arms out in front, take a step away so your feet are further away than your hands, and hold here. Excellent. 45 seconds. We'll use one weight for the next exercise as well. This is going to be a curtsy. Curtsy, I like to think of it as a cross between and a lunge. I'm going to hold this weight, I don't know, like this, probably how it feels comfortable. I'm going to take my right leg. I'm going to step back in a diagonal step. So that foot is in line with the front foot. Bend my knees, stand up, feet together. Left foot back, bend your knees, sink down, up, feet together. Good, nice and slow as you sink down. Chest nice and tall. Good, excellent. 10 seconds. And we'll repeat these. Good, here we go, 30 seconds. We're not trying to rush and do as many reps as possible. We're just moving slowly. Keeping that chest full. Holding that weight in a nice relaxed grip. Good, back to center. Let's repeat this. Last time. Here we go. Inhale as you sink down. Exhale to stand. Good. 45 seconds. Upper body stuff again. I'm going to pick up one weight. I'm going to hold the weight at the ends, and I'm going to upright row. My feet are hip width, feet nice and relaxed, knees soft, holding the weight at the ends. I'm going to lift through my elbows, lift that weight up, slowly lower down. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Lift, I think about lifting from my elbows, slowly lowering. Good, a couple of seconds here before we begin. Here we go. Good. Try not to curl your wrists. So you're lifting from your elbows, those wrists stay nice and flat. Good. Excellent. 10 seconds. Good. Here we go. 30 seconds. Lift from the elbows, slowly lower down. Breathing out as you lift, breathing in as you lower. Make sure you're standing up nice and tall. Good. And pause. 10 seconds. Good. The last one here. Exhale as you lift, nice and slow as you lower. Excellent. Good, let's pause here. Good. Great, great. Let's pick up that weight again. Well, 30 seconds, you can watch me here, but we will use the weight. We're going to stand with feet hip width, knees soft. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Let's pass that weight from front to back. I'm going to go counterclockwise to begin with. Pass that weight back and forwards. Think about keeping upper body nice and still. So we're not rocking and rolling, but keep still. Engage to those core muscles. Pass that weight from front to back. So we're on, 25 seconds left. Doesn't have to be fast. Nice and in control. Good. 10 seconds. We'll switch and we'll go clockwise this time. Here we go. Nice deep breaths. 5 more seconds. Good. 10 seconds rest. This time we'll do half counterclockwise. I'll tell you when to switch directions. We'll finish in the other direction. Here we go. Good, nice deep breaths. Let's switch back to pass in a clockwise direction now. "45 seconds. Excellent. Weight down. We have 2 more exercises to go. First one, I'm going to hold the weight just at its ends. We're going to do hold the weight at its ends. We're going to do some heel raises, but I'm going to do 1 foot at a time. So I'm going to take my left foot slightly off the floor, and I'm going to push up onto my right toes and lower that heel. It's quite tricky to do the 1 foot at a time, as you can see, quite challenging for balance. If you need to hold on to something, I think I do, hold the weight in the opposite hand. I'm not trying to go too fast. A single leg is quite intense. Do both feet at the same time if that feels better for you. Oh, that was really difficult. It's not usually quite that challenging. All right, I'm going to switch the weight to the other foot. Sorry, the other hand. I'm going to come up on my left toes. Oh, okay. Keep that chest nice and tall. Single leg with the weight is a big challenge. Good. That last round, we'll do both feet at the same time. Here we go. Good, much easier. Good, chest tall, shoulders relaxed. Good, excellent. Pop the weight down. 1 more exercise to do here. We'll use 1 weight. We're going to hold the weight at our chest and then push that weight out in front of you. Bring that weight back. I can't do many practice ones because this weight feels very heavy when you try and push it towards the end of your arms. So we're standing tall again. Feet hip width, knees nice and soft. Here we go. Hold that weight at chest height, not too high. Push those hands away from you. Slowly come back. Our arms don't have to be completely straight. Keep those elbows nice and soft. Good. Deep breath. 10 seconds. And let's repeat this. Good, here we go. Breathing out as you push away. Breathe in as that hand comes back in. Excellent. Nice deep breaths. Good. One more round. Just 30 seconds left. Here we go. Breathing out as you push away. Breathing in as those hands come back in. About 10 seconds left. Good. Put the weight down. That was a challenging one to finish with. All right, very good. Let's have a drink if you want to here. Excuse me. And then we'll move on to work on our balance. Great, so we're going to stand with our feet really close to each other. Let's make sure we are within an arm's reach of that support furniture. So I have a hand on the chair here. And I'm going to bring those arms out to the sides. And I'll aeroplane. One hand up, one hand down. Nice and slowly. Good, relax those arms, take those hands up to the ceiling. Out to the sides, let's reach one forward, one backwards. And the other way. Back to center. And relax those arms, good. I want you to take one foot, tap that foot forwards and backwards. Let me adjust. Forwards and back to center. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Good, relax through those shoulders. Relax through that upper body. Last one. Now let's switch to the other foot. Good. Let's keep going here. I'm just moving so I can have space to work on my tightrope. So moving heel and toe, forwards and backwards. Good. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Moving slowly. Good, we'll go a couple more here, forwards and backwards. Good. back to the beginning, back to center. Good. I'm going to stand feet hip width. I'm going to lift my knees one at a time, really slowly. You can hold your arms at your sides, or you can hold your arms out to the side like this. What I want you to focus on is lowering those hands lowering those feet really slowly. So we're in control in each direction, on the way up and on the way down. Couple more. Good, and relax. Let's do a little bit of work on one leg. I'm going to stand with my right heel forwards. Let's stand up nice and tall. Find something to look at that isn't moving and focus your eyes there. Let's take that heel up off the floor just a little bit. I'm going to reach one hand forwards and hold here. Nice and relaxed. If you can, let's take that second hand up. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's switch to the other side. So standing on the right foot, tap that left heel forwards. You can take that heel up off the floor, reach one hand forwards. Good, let's reach the other hand forwards. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And feet to the floor. Excellent. Let's stand with those feet a little wider than hip width. And let's shift our weight from one foot to the other, nice and slowly, lifting up through your heels. Good, as I move to the right, I'm going to reach with my right hand, same thing, to the left. Good, let's reach across our body. Good, relax those arms. We're going to lift our feet, so we're stepping from one foot to the other, nice and slowly. Good, let's stand on the left foot, raise the right. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the right foot, raise the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And to the left, raise the right, and this time let's bring those arms up in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the right, lift the left, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Feet on the floor, arms relaxed. Excellent. Let's do one more. We're going to do that exercise, that big step forwards, where we pretend that somebody pushed into us and we kind of lost our balance and had to take a step to get that balance back. So I'm going to take a big step forwards, land on one foot, push myself up to stand, and I'll switch from one foot to the other. You want to pause a little bit before you push yourself back to both feet. Have a hand on support if you need to. Bend your knees a lot or bend your knees just a little bit. Either is fine. A big step is going to be more challenging. So if balance is tricky today, a smaller step is good too. We're going to alternate feet. We're taking a step forward, landing on that one foot, push yourself back up to stand. Good. Chest nice and tall. Bending those knees a lot if it feels comfortable. Just a small knee bend. A little step if that's what feels appropriate today. You can step out to the side a little bit here. Good. And let's do one more on each foot. And again. Excellent. Good. And back to center. Time for us to stretch. Let's take an arm across our body. Feel that nice stretch through your shoulder and your upper arm. Good. Take some nice deep breaths here. Let's switch to the other side. Good, back to center. Let's reach one hand forward. We're going to hold onto those fingertips, pull back just a little bit. Feel that nice stretch through your wrist and your lower arm. And the other side. Good, let's relax that arm. We're going to have a seat. Let's sit forward in our chair. Stretch out one leg forward, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling, and let's hinge forward at the hips. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg. Good, let's sit up, switch to the other side, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling, and hinge forwards here. Good, let's sit up. We're going to sit right back in our chair, pull one knee in towards your chest, and let's circle this ankle here. Good, back in the other direction. Good. Let's point that toe and lift, point and lift. Toes to the left and the right, left and right. Good. Let's switch to the other side. Pull that knee in. Let's circle this ankle nice and slowly. Back in the other direction. Good. Let's point that toe, lift, point, and lift. Toes to the left, right, left, and right. Good. Let's place that foot on the floor. Let's stand up. We're going to reach those arms behind us. Reach for the back of the room. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, wrap those arms around you. Nice tight squeeze, a pat on the back. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next week.
Thanks, Hannah.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Hope you enjoyed.